Today's battle is going to be wild. We've got a pink-haired chaos goblin, a destructive fairy, and a dreamy lover boy. That's right, it's time for the March 2025 K-pop pop-off.
Every month, we put up polls on our Patreon, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube community pages at CCTV Pops, and you get to vote for 3 of K-pop or K-pop adjacent's biggest releases of the month to battle it out in our song, video, and performance rounds. And of course, our Patreon members' votes count for way more. So if you would also like some priority choice, come join us at patreon.com/cctvpops, and you can join us and our crew members, Emily, George, Lily, Louie, Julianne, Janelle, Jonathan, Jasmine, Darius, Ren, Jesse, and Hillary.
Woo woo! Welcome, Hillary. Hillary is our newest member. Hi, darling.
Yeah.
So, y'all, this is meant for pure fun, so don't take it seriously. In fact, you can join us and let us know what song went for you in the comments. But as we like to say, viewer discretion is advised. Your fave will be criticized.
So this month, you voted for 10, Stunner, SEULGI, Baby Not Baby, and YEJI. Air. We have a solo star pop-off today. So let's get ready to rumble!
Round 1.
All right, first in the ring is 10 with Stunner. And this was done by Park Tae-won, Lee Soo-ran, Mola, Jo Yu-kyung, Jacob Warner, Elias Edmond, J.O.P., and Dara. Okay. Ooh.
Yes. Okay, so the first round is all about the song itself. So, Stunner. First off, 10. His voice is so nice. It's so smooth. It's so pretty. And he has such a nice mix and head voice as well. And this song utilizes that very, very well.
Absolutely.
I do think the production of the song is cool as well. Love the heavy bass line, the kind of staccato kind of boops in the back. And then it adds all this kind of like 80s-ish kind of tension as well throughout it, especially in that pre-chorus. But yeah, I think the chorus is nice. I do wish it was a tad bit more melodic.
Okay.
Although I enjoy the kind of talky, whispery kind of stuff going on in the background and in the verses as well.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like, I don't know, the chorus doesn't fully give what I want it to. Like, especially that post-chorus, the stunner, like repeat. Not the most impactful. Like, it feels just a tad lazy for a post-chorus. But I do love the drama in the final choruses. Like, it builds up really nicely. The intensity is great there. There's that whispered outro, which is really fun.
Yeah.
And I do think it's funny, his rapping style in that second verse, he is so influenced by Taeyong. No. He sounds like Taeyong.
I'm in tears.
So
Yeah.
funny. But yeah, you know, I like the song. I like it a lot more with the visuals. I think as a song itself, it's fine.
Yeah. Okay. That's valid.
Yeah.
It's super valid. And talking about the retro, I think with this whole pop-off, there's a lot of retro sounds. Like, none of these artists sound like they've created this new, like, no one's reinventing the wheel here. So I think it's interesting to hear this one because I was like, oh, I was thinking Neptunes. The only thing missing is that 4-beat hit in the beginning, but it sounds like the Neptunes to me. There's slinkiness that I enjoy, and I also said that I like the tone that he has with his singing, his rapping. I'm happy with it all in terms of his sound, like his tone. I will say the pre-chorus is the only part that really gives me my oomph. You know, I feel like where the song sort of lacks with a lot of 2000s throwback songs, or even like a lot of just throwback songs in general, that nostalgic sound, is that robust, explosive chorus. I mean, we grew up listening to like Britney kind of like saying "You Drive Me Crazy," but it explodes, it goes somewhere, you know, in sync, it goes somewhere. Even if it's a solo artist, get out, JoJo, it goes somewhere. And then fortunately, this actually dials it back. And I mean, I wanted something. Even Justin Timberlake would have given us something. So in terms of like, yeah, it sounds like the Neptunes, yes. But the chorus is where it's lacking. So it's lacking the essential spirit of what made all that music so good. It wasn't just the beat. It was like the chorus came somewhere. Like, you remember those parts of those songs. I will say the chorus is smexy. Like, the head voice and the cadence sit in the pocket really nicely. So that part I enjoy. I think they're leaning more toward like an R&B delivery where it's more smooth, more Usher-like, as opposed to like more pop-like. And I think because I think many people have said it, K-pop has become so westernized, like, this is what's cool. Like, this would be cool on a radio station. Like, like,
Mm,
Usher could release this, and it could be, like, what, top 10, maybe freaking top 20. Either way, it would
yeah.
be good, right? But because we're thinking about K-pop, we're thinking about the grandioseness of it all. It's just kind of lacking in a sense. The post-chorus stamps the title into your head, the stutter, stutter, like, it just stamps it over and over and again, just in case you didn't know the title of the song. There it is.
Mm,
But yeah, even there's some flourishes in the chorus that I like. And the ending I feel like definitely builds a lot more. Um in a way where I'm like, okay, I'm satisfied with this. And he gave us some ad libs. And then the outro, there's some whispering. So at least the textures of his vocals did change throughout, which I appreciate and which kept the song from being super stagnant. Because production wise, it was pretty much samey, 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 and then some little flourishes here and there. But at least with the vocals, we were presented with different parts of his tone. And I appreciate that for sure.
mm, yes. Okay, moving on to player two, we have Sulgi with
Mhm.
Baby Not Baby. And this was done by Kenzie, Stella Cole, Becca Kruger, Charlie Snyder, and Eric Serna.
My baby, no baby.
Mm,
All right, so B&B is interesting because, like, this one is fun. 28 Reasons was dark and edgy, but this one's more
yes.
cheeky and confident. It's bratty and charming, like a K-pop Baby One More Time, like the dun 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 kind of
Yeah,
has the same, you know, early 2000s Chevron Studios teen pop retro but
totally.
gritty. Like I wanted more of that rock guitar. That I wanted more of it. Like lean into it. Lean into it a little bit more because that for me would elevate the song because it's like, oh, that's unexpected. Because at this point, it's like the song is going to be good. It's SM. Okay. Like, are we gonna like the song? It's gonna be like, mixed well. It's gonna sound good. Yes, we know that. But what's gonna take it to that next level? And it's like adding a little bit of a extra something something. The lyrics I think are very interesting because she's talking about that duality, that, juxtaposition of being perceived as something really sweet, but absolutely being the opposite. I think at one point she even says, "Oops, I did it again." So I love that
Yes.
shout out. And then in the pre-chorus, she says, "I'm dangerous, pretending to be complex. I'm innocent. I'm so perfect." So again, it's kind of one of those like, "Am I this? Am I that?" Like, "You think I'm this, but I might not be." That is very cheeky, it's very fun. The chorus, I would say, is, like, okay. I'm singing it because I just remember it, so it definitely stands out. Again, another stamped chorus. The B&B part is simple, but the spoken part's like, "I'm so effing sorry," stands out to me. So I feel like this song leans nicely into her voice. I would say, like, the belty moment that she has, toward the end was a little like, not shrill, not the word I wanna use here, but I feel like the 28 Reason belt was a little bit better, and it had an
Mm,
effect on it, so it was like, okay, but for this one, I was okay. Um, Vocally, she wasn't really pushing herself, and they leaned away from the R&B styling that she actually excels in and kinda leaned more to, like, this pop thing, and I don't know if that was, like, the best choice. It was fun, but I'm like, she's like my alt member of Red Velvet. So for me, I was just like, it wasn't bad, but I know what she can do. So it's one of the
yeah.
things. It's like, I like it, but not like it, you know? So
Yeah, I have similar feelings. I like it, don't love it.
yeah.
Um, yeah, I think you can tell she didn't write it,
Mhm.
you know?
Yeah.
Not that she has to write any of her songs, I'm
Right.
not saying that, but they didn't more so not so much that she didn't write it, it wasn't written for her.
For
Maybe
her.
that's actually the best way to say it.
For
I
her.
think she actually executes what she was given quite
Yes.
well, but
Yes.
this is not where her vocals shine the most, which I think is kind of similar to what you were saying.
Mhm.
Uh, like I don't know, like she could have given so much more than she did here. And I know SM loves kind of the more kind of pure pop kind of sounds.
Yeah.
But imagine if Christina Aguilera was given this song.
Mm.
Can you imagine the grit that she would
Yeah.
put in there, like the extra
It's
runs,
just too
just the
pretty.
extra.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very pretty. And I say this a lot with some of these K-pop songs that are supposed to be like dark and gritty
Yeah.
because they just a little too polished.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
and I want the attitude to match what
Yes.
you're trying to
Yeah,
convey.
because in 28 Reasons, she's like, "Make your dreams come true." She growled in that song.
Right.
There's no growl
Yeah,
here. There's
there's no
no
growl.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Like she's almost sounds too warm. a little bit in
Ooh.
this song, and it almost sounds too easy for her.
Yes.
Like, you can
Yeah.
tell she can do more than this, and yeah, you mentioned that belt. Oh my gosh, what a lost opportunity there, because you
Mhm.
had that little moment of silence right after the bridge,
Yeah.
and
Love the
that's
bridge.
where I'm
Ugh.
expecting a Christina, "Ah," whatever,
Yeah.
and no, it's just a regular belt. It's, like, way in the back of the
Yes,
mix.
that's what
It's, like,
bothered me.
behind the chorus. Like, I
Yep.
was like, "Dang, that was a missed opportunity."
Yes.
But, I like the song,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's not my favorite.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And up next is a player 3, Yeji with Air. And this was done by Gahara, PK, ooh, Degenzize.
Ding Seze?
Okay, okay, Degenzize. Okay. Sorry. Oh,
Okay,
Trisha Bettini, Kristen Collins.
Batani.
Oh, Bettini. Trisha Bettani, Kristen Collins, Joy Park, Yeji, Bang Hae Hyun, and C from La 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 Studio. Or is it Sam?
I
I don't
say.
know. Isam. Is it if it's Korean, it's Isam. Wait,
Yeah.
Hana do
Mhm.
set. It's either set or Sam. Exclamation point.
Mm. Oh, there's 2 words for 3 in Korean?
Yeah, depending on what you're counting, like how many of or like the
Oh,
time. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
see. Okay, Yeji
Mhm.
has made her solo debut. Oh,
Mhm.
man. Can I just say,
Yeah.
I've always said
Mhm.
Yeji is the
Oh,
star
absolutely.
of ITZY.
Absolutely.
Like, when I saw them live,
Yeah.
I was pretty much watching her the whole time,
Oh, lucky.
honestly.
Uh,
Um, so yeah, very excited that she's finally out there,
yes.
and doing her thing. I will say I was very impressed with her vocal execution in this song,
Mhm.
because ITZY, she tends to do mostly that kind of thin, nasally belt, kind of most of her parts, the
Their
parts that
songs are
she's
too
given.
high. Their songs are way too high.
Yeah, and you do get a little bit of that in this chorus,
Yeah.
but those verses, she sounds super full,
Mhm.
she's a little more breathy, a little bit more relaxed, and she has a really nice tone, so that
Yes.
was just really refreshing to hear, because I was a little worried that the whole thing was gonna be like that kind of bratty, kind of
Yeah.
itsy,
Like
kind
nasal.
of just vocal execution that
Yes.
that she's been doing. Um, yeah, so I was very impressed by that.
Mhm.
The production of this is super fun. It's kind of cold. Again, you got some great 80s synths in there. I
Mhm.
do wish there was an electric guitar as well, just to kind of go
Ooh.
off a little bit, especially in that pullback moment before the final chorus,
Yeah.
final choruses.
Yes.
But yeah, I really like this. The chorus is very, very catchy. It builds nicely. I think all the melodies in here are good. Again, you have the repeated word here
Mhm.
with air, kind of repeated over and over
Yes.
again. But in this case, I think it doesn't feel as lazy, I think, in this case,
Ooh, okay.
because
Yeah.
I think the actual melody of all the other hooks and stuff are
Mhm.
good enough that they kind of shine along with it. So they're not
Yes.
relying on this repeated word for a hook and that's what I think maybe Stunner was kind of trying to do.
Mhm. The
So yeah,
stamping,
I'm
yep.
very impressed. I wasn't really sure what to expect from her solo debut, and this was great.
Yeah, I think, from it's been a really long time since we've gotten, like, a solo track from her. The last one was, uh, Crown on My Head, which wasn't terrible, but I think it was going for that really, like, girl crush, rock, crunk thing. I hated the chorus for that one, but she can sing, and I think because
Mm,
it's these higher songs, she just it sounds more tighter than I wish it was. That's the thing. I think pop needs to shift from like this whole like sing a soprano and figure out how to work with alto voices or like not try to make people sing in the stratosphere because when they have to perform it or sing it, they sound not great or they don't get a chance to actually grow into it. Like Momo, for example, in Twice has yet to change her vocal styling because of what
yeah.
she's been pigeonholed into. That being said, moving right along, I'm glad that Yeji was actually kind of singing a little bit lower. Um, the song itself is very atmospheric in the beginning, and then it swells like a balloon before it pops. And I know that sounds so strange, but if you listen to it, there's like this riser that goes. I'm not gonna make the sound because I can't do it, but there's a riser that goes. It goes up and it goes pop, and then she sings. It doesn't pop literally, but something happens in the song sonically that makes sense with the whole idea of air and um exhalation and inhalation and swelling and floating. Like the lyrics, like taking my air, got my head locked in your days. You take my breath away, like things like that. These are the translated lyrics. This is not going to be as cute as it is in Korean. But the point is, it's a love song, which is quote unquote mature. Let's be real here. In K-pop, talking about love is like the ultimate, like, oh my God, she's grown, she's mature now. Like she's in talking about her confidence. Crown of My Head was talking about like, I'm a woman that's standing on her own 2 feet, and you're gonna watch me shine. This one's like, I'm in love, and this person taking my breath away. The chorus, the vocal effect under her vocals for the hook is like a distorted vocal that's really like bassy. I like that. This kind of sounds like something Charlie XCX did on her Crash album, which is not a bad thing. I like her Charlie
Hmm.
XCX. But yeah,
Yeah.
when Charlie was in her pop 80s bag, this totally fit. Um I did at first hope for something a little bit more sleeker in terms of sonic. I was like, is this sleek enough? Because I started getting like to this 80s cheese, and I was like, no, this is not bad that it's 80s. I love 80s music, and it sounds like one of those like 80s songs with the little twinkling bells and the percussion. And I was okay with that. I'm like, JYP is good at retro, and this is a testament to that. It's not a bad song. I can sing it back
Mhm.
to you right now. I can almost sing the verses back to you, even though my Korean's not fluent. I can sing to it, you know? So I like
Yeah.
the idea that they didn't lean too much into how fierce she looks and kind of was like, let the fierce looking one sing about love. It kind of is a little bit of a, not a bait and switch, but if you watch the teasers, it was a bit of a bait and switch because she was serving looks and serving high fashion. And
Yeah.
then to have this song, it's almost like, oh, okay. Okay.
Hmm.
I accept this.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we're at the end of round one, the
Mm,
song. So
yeah.
what wins for you?
I'm gonna give it to YEJI. This song is, I think, my favorite out of the 3. With I don't know who's our close second, but YEJI definitely takes one.
Yeah, I think I have to agree with you here. I think when I first listened to them, I would have actually gone SEULGI,
Yeah, same.
but Yeji's air just kind of kept growing on me. So yeah, I'll have to give it to Yeji as well.
Ooh, this is tough 'cause they're all so seasoned too. So there's like no one here is a rookie. It's all been X
Hmm.
amount of years for all of them. So yeah. Mm.
Yes, yes, we're kind of on more of an even playing field than some of our other episodes.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's not our fault though. It's
Yes,
not our fault.
yes. Okay, moving on to round two, which is about the music video.
Round 2.
Yes.
So, take us back to Stunner. What do you
Okay.
think?
So in the beginning, I mentioned we have a surreal dream lover boy kind of guy going on. I feel like the video is this artistic amalgamation of moments and not meant to be like a storyline that is adhered to like strictly. Um, I don't
Mhm.
think it's meant for like you have to understand it. But if I were to like put pieces together, it reminds me of Inception. Like this video, the song is romantic, but like in true SM fashion, the focus is on the visual moments and and it's a very loose story. I mean, in terms of like shots and whatnot, him in his apartment wearing like a chill shirt and all of these surreal things happen, like the coin spinning. It reminded me of the totem in Inception, the cup coming
Yeah.
toward him, like these weird things happening, how love can possibly be supernatural, or maybe he is the supernatural part of life. I don't know. But yeah, again, if you've seen Inception, when they're in not a hotel, it's the hotel, but they're all wearing like business suits. Um, Ellen Page at the time was playing the main character, a main like female character to Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character, and they were kind of like in this hotel. Yeah, they were in a hotel.
Mm. Yeah.
That whole brown and neutrals gray color, again, same thing. There's tipping objects in the video. Things are moving and shifting. The duet dancing that he had kind of remind me of the Ariadne scene when they were in the hotel. The scenes that really stood out to me were the black and white ones. I liked his little Full Metal Alchemist, metal arm. There might be
Mhm.
another movie reference I might not be catching because I haven't seen like any like real adult movies. I've only been watching kid films or like family films in the movie theaters
Mhm.
lately. But I feel like this definitely had like a dream board for Inception and like some other silly things. But the video is just kind of a Pinterest board of like cool visuals. It doesn't really pertain to the song, but makes me like kind of listen to the song more. It's weird. It's disconnected, but it connected me more to the song.
Okay, yes. I mean, I think it connected me more to the song just because he is so great,
True.
honestly.
Yeah.
He is great on camera. Like he's very, very charismatic. He's very good looking.
Yeah.
He's a great dancer as well. Uh, and so I think that's really what kept my interest. Because I mean, props to you for trying to figure out how these all connected. Because this very much felt like to me, and I say this sometimes with other K-pop videos. It's like, oh, we have our moon set available today,
Yeah.
and our apartment set's available today, and so is our office set, and so here you go,
Here
you
you
know?
go.
Because the apartment made no sense to me. It's like,
Yeah,
why
no.
if you're the stunner, why aren't you outside?
Oop,
You know? Like, be
oop.
outside and captivate people. Like, why are you alone at home in your T-shirt? Um,
That's valid.
like, the office scenes I thought were the best part because I liked
Mhm.
all the dancers, like, falling over and kinda, like, being pulled into his orbit
Yes,
almost.
yeah.
Um, and that whole idea of him being that captivating and magnetic,
Mhm.
I think that could have been the concept, and you could just have done that in various settings as well.
Hmm.
Like, I don't know, I didn't fully understand it,
Hmm.
but I enjoyed it because he's awesome.
He's awesome, question mark.
Yeah,
No, it's
that's it.
valid. Ooh. I mean, hey, listen, NCTzens, I gotta get it, it's such a mouthful, but,
Are Wavy fans also in Citizens?
ooh, 10 fans. Hey, guys. Let us know what you guys think of the music video, and let you know what their theories are, and also, if you've made it this far, why not subscribe? We're almost at 5K. We're gonna be at 5K, like, in, like, 10 seconds, like, right now, I can tell you right now, by the time you watch this video. But, yeah, we're on the road to 10K, so, join us, alright? But, yeah, let's move right along to the second player, SEULGI with Baby Not Baby. This
Yes.
video, Chris.
Mm, is so good.
Yeah.
Oh, man, like, talk about elevating a song because it made me like the song way more.
Mhm.
Uh, I mean, look, she does the dark
Oh
concept
my god,
very
yes.
well. Like, this is just her thing, right?
Yes. So
But yeah, this whole idea of her just being a menace to society is just so much fun. You could tell that they had fun
Yeah.
making this music video.
Yes.
Like, and every scene is so distinctive and memorable. They actually reference each other,
Yes.
unlike the 10 video. You can kind of see all the connections
Yes.
throughout, especially at the end.
Mhm.
The editing is awesome. Like the way they use the different lighting and the different cuts, super effective. I especially loved her dancing alone in the mall with everyone staring at her.
Yes.
And then it goes into nighttime
Yeah.
with the flashlight kind of lighting
Yes.
and the other dancers and stuff. Also, the fruit shop,
Mhm.
another huge highlight. Yeah, just such a fun video.
Yeah.
And again, it then made me again a little mad
Mm.
that the vocal didn't match the grit that
Ah.
was and the attitude that was
Yeah.
displayed here.
Yeah.
But very, very, very fun to watch
Yes.
for sure.
The first thing I thought of when I saw this video was Chaos Goblin. Oh, 'cause literally, she's on the road with the neck brace, acting like a victim. Meanwhile, she's the one causing the issues. Like, I think that is so
Yeah.
funny. The styling in this video was great. I think my favorite looks are oh, it's so hard. I think I just liked all of them, but I think my favorite one was probably the pink haired one because that just stands out. And I like the red hair, white shirt, black panty over the white short look. I think overall the video is a good play on what the song's about. So there's a moment in the video where she's running amok, creating chaos, destroying the groceries, and the worker is cleaning up the mess. She's standing on top of the counter, and these words, me, and then life, and then Tsugi's being God just dancing around all the I think that's so funny, but also it's like true to life. I don't know what was happening last month, but apparently Venus was also in retrograde last month. I'm not sure if you heard about that, but I was like, Mercury isn't enough. So it was a lot. It was just so funny because I was talking to a lot of friends of mine when I was on the tour, and we were all like, what the heck happened last month? But this video kind of encapsulates that. The God Me Life video, the part of the video is so funny. What else I liked? I think like I said, the connection was interesting because episode 1 was free hugs where she's looking for acceptance. Episode 2 is her healing herself, but then like the whole causing trouble for others. And then the midnight snack where she's eating the fly. It's just so strange, but it
Yes.
is connected, like you said. She's in the refrigerator at the end in the outfit, and then
Yes.
she actually got arrested and she's in the police station. So it's all
Yeah.
connected. And then she never actually gets captured because she flies away with all her little bat her bat energy, whatever the
Mhm.
heck that was. But I think all of these strange things put together an amazing video.
Yes. Yes, for sure. And then now moving on to player 3. What did
Mm.
you think of Yeji's Air video?
I feel like this was a battle between the chaos in the cars, between Yeji and SEULGI, because they both had this shot of them on the windshield, right? You know, them both
Oh,
laying.
yeah.
Yeah, they both had this weird absurdity to their video. Like, Yeji falling out of the sky looks like it's really serious. It's like, "What the heck?" And then she's in a couch, and then she's in this warehouse, and she's walking in this very awkward, kind of creepy, unnatural way just to trip over a piece of log. You know what I'm saying? So it's very absurd. Then she's being served at dinner with her clothes being on fire. There's a red carpet surrounded by just destroyed concrete. There's so much strangeness to this, but in the midst of it all, she looks fabulous, and I think that's that's really cute. Um but overall, there's something shocking about the imagery of a car accident, of a demolished building, of all of this, the rain coming down on her and her still looking beautiful. So I think I'm happy that they did not go for all this like air concept where she's flying and floating and that in fact she's getting dragged a couple times.
Yeah.
You know? And she's falling on the ground. There's that
Mm,
kind of creativity. I welcome that. You know, even with Baby Not Baby, I didn't know what
yes.
to expect with that video, but when I watched it, I was like, "Oh, snap, this is kind of funny." And there's so many different effects to the video. This one, it looked editorial, but was just
Yes.
straight up clownery. Like, what in the world? Why are your clothes on fire? Why are things getting destroyed? Why are you tripping? So I think it made it more fun. And it's
Yes.
completely different from the teasers that we got. Again, the teasers, she was serving looks, she was serving Vogue. This feels like 17 magazine, not 17, maybe like Marie Claire. I don't know, Cosmopolitan magazine. It's kind of sexy, but still have a little bit of, humor to it, you know?
Mm,
Yeah, what did you think?
yes. I mean, like I said,
Mm.
she is a star for sure. She has such a memorable look, and the charisma feels so natural.
Mhm.
And yeah, this definitely could have felt like a fashion campaign, but it was those kind of more artistic, kind of more interesting moments, like the
Yeah.
falling, that kept it kind of more fun as
Yeah.
well. I'm glad it wasn't just her flying around the whole time because the beginning I was a little worried when they show her falling. I was like, oh god, is she just gonna be like flying around the whole time? But no,
Flying around.
instead, it's just a lot of really memorable moments, you know? Like, I
Yeah.
only even after only watching the video once, I was like, "I remember that pose on the couch at the beginning with
Yeah.
her leg up."
Yeah.
I remember that Sailor
The
Moon
pigtails, her
pigtails with her
dancing.
on the treadmill in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I love the lean back walk as
Yes.
well.
Yeah.
Of course, the fall as well. I love the little Stranger Things kind of portal moment, and then she like
Oh,
rolls out the red carpet for herself
yeah.
as well. I don't know. All like that's I remembered all of that after the first watch.
Yeah.
So that's when you know you've made an impactful video.
Yeah.
So yeah, I am so here for her. I am excited to see what she does next. Because yeah, Itzy I feel like has been a little stagnant for a minute.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah, so I kind of yeah, it's going to be interesting to see kind of how she develops as a solo artist because I definitely think she has it.
Right. Same.
Yeah,
Same. Oh God, I
yeah.
hope they don't mess this up. All right. So that being said, who takes this round for the video portion?
Ooh, this is hard. Honestly, all three videos are pretty good,
Hmm.
but I will give to Sulgi.
Yeah, same. Sugi takes it
Yeah.
for me for sure.
Okay.
Without a doubt.
Okay, we're at the final round,
Ooh.
which is about the performance and
Dun, dun,
choreography.
dun.
Round 3.
All right.
Okay, so 10 first.
Mhm.
I mean, look, like I said, I liked the music video mainly only because of him. I did not get the
Yeah.
concept at all. So, but I knew then that I would love watching him perform it, right?
Mhm.
Because the choreo is so good. It
Mhm.
has a ton of grooves in it. You really need to be in the pocket for it to kind of get the
Yeah.
textures right and get the attitude right as well. Because this really takes a confidence, I think, in order to kind of execute this right.
Yes.
Right, because there are moments where you have to go super full out. There are moments where you have to pull back. There are moments where you have to make it a little sexier, moments where it's just a bit more subtle or a bit more fun. And so he's always been really good at knowing kind of where to give what, I
Yes.
think.
Yeah.
And I like that this choreo also gave him some looser moments too throughout where you can kind of just groove it out a little bit.
Mhm.
Because then it makes kind of the craziness, like that final chorus
Yeah.
that looks absolutely insane and very difficult.
Yeah.
It makes those parts even more impactful. So I think this was a really well done piece of choreography.
Mhm.
And yeah, he's so good. Like I'm glad Wavy has started getting more flowers, I think, through the years.
Yeah.
But I do still think it's a bit of a missed opportunity that he didn't get into any of
Hmm.
the main NCT units.
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I understand that because they're missing a little something something right now. Missing a little something something. But I mean, it is what it is. I feel like I agree with you in terms of him as an artist. I think I've always liked him, and that's the only reason I kind of went over to Wavy, because when like six was it Six Sense, Seven Sense, Six Sense, six Seven Sense,
Seventh sense.
girl, one of them cents. So when that song came
I
out,
love that.
yeah, when that song came out though, he stood out, right? Because he was always I was like, oh,
Yeah.
he's like the best dancer in this part, this part. But aside from that, his solo stuff has been good. I've listened to it. I'm like, oh, this is great. This is great. I think for this round, it's going to be kind of tough because like Ten, SEULGI, YEJI, they're all great performers, right? I think this is going to be all up to the overall package of the choreography, the performances, and the styling. It's so hard to look at all three of them with different songs, different kind of charismas, and be like, oh yeah, this one's like the best because like the dancing's better. Ten, let's be real, he's probably the better dancer out of all of them, but there's something I'm just like, oof. In terms of dancing, yeah, I'm like, yes, he's the one. The textures and the choreography is so good. The sharp movements, like he's sitting in the pocket like a stack of change. Like he's so good. Like folded money in the pocket, so good. Um, the styling in some of the performances though, again comes to that whole what's so stunning about this at all. Like he's wearing like a sweater vest in one performance. You know what I'm saying? Like he's wearing like this baggy outfit from the music video in one performance. He's wearing a suit in another. So
Yeah.
again, like there's a lack of congruency that matters to the overall package. Because yes, is he talented? Yes, did he serve? Yes, did he sing it live on the radio show at one point? Yeah, 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 sure. But the overall package is like it's kind of lacking just a little bit. Not because he's not great, not because he's not good, but like we said before, if these things are disjointed, it just looks cool but doesn't actually
Mm.
make sense because I'm not getting his artistry at all with his styling. I'm not getting who he is. I'm just getting like he's talented. We know that. But like,
I almost feel like he hasn't actually found who he really is as a
mhm.
solo artist yet. It feels a little derivative of some of the other SM artists right now.
Mhm.
I don't know if that's his fault or if it's just the team
I don't think it's
around
him. Yeah,
him.
you're
Maybe
right.
both.
It might be both.
Yeah, but yeah, I see that.
Yeah, because like great dancing. I think his dancing is probably my favorite out of all
Mm,
three. But I'm like, what else does everyone else have going on? You know?
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm. Okay, moving on to player two. What did you think of Sogi's Baby Not Baby performances?
Okay. So speaking on what I was saying about the artistry and like the concept, it was pretty solid. She's meant to look hot and dangerous. And every performance, she looked hot and dangerous. And on top of that, the choreography, she is so clean. All of them are super clean,
Yes.
but like
Yes, she
looking
is.
at her, like my goodness, her angles are great. I think the pictures in this dance are probably one of my favorite. Like Ten's pictures and like the formation with the dancers, solid. These ones I think are my favorite because there's some cadences that she uses to kind of add to the lyricism of the words. There's some moments where she's kind of just standing there and just moving her hands or like moving her waist. It's all very subtle. It's not hard hitting, but it never stops because the movements are all these like little teeny tiny little beads strung together to make this full necklace. It's a beautiful piece of jewelry. So her whole performance, it does not stop. And I'm just like, okay, let her sing, let her sing. But also, it's strung together so lovely that I'm like,
Mm,
okay, I'm kind of okay with you not singing because it looks good. She's so consistent. Like her face never drops,
yeah.
but also, where are the vocals? Where are the vocals? I need to hear the vocals. So again, she has what I was looking for with 10, but where are the vocals? I mean, it's an SM thing. I totally get it, but she owns the stage for sure. I would definitely give it to her.
Yes, she's definitely a good performer. But yeah, a lot of my notes were the same because we know she can sing live. And she still did a good job in these performances.
Yeah.
But like you were saying, they don't give her any breaks at all. I'm pretty sure she actually does more
Mm.
than the background dancers do.
Mm.
Like she is dancing while they're all posing. And it's like,
That don't make no
I think
sense.
this should be the other way around.
Yeah. Yeah, no, no. No, 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 no.
Like at least at the very end, let her belt that one note.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like let her show off a little
A
bit at
little.
the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I agree with you, but I do like the choreography overall. I think it
Yeah.
matches the song very well. It's powerful. It does have some memorable moments in there.
Mhm.
I really like how the first two choruses basically use the same choreo, but the staging is completely different.
Right.
So I thought that was very creative
Yes.
as well. And with the background dancers, I like that she touches them, she interacts with them throughout.
Yeah.
They're not just background dancers, like
Yeah.
they're kind of part of the whole picture, which I liked.
Mhm.
But yeah, she is a great performer. So I loved watching these. But yeah, I do wish they made it in a way that where they again, I feel like it wasn't made for her. Like I feel like if they made it for her, they would have given her more space to
Mm.
sing. You
Mm.
know?
Ooh, goodness. Oh, goodness. All
Yeah.
right. So, closing it out with Yeji's Air. Okay. Interestingly enough, I noticed that every single one of them has turned their body to the side and leaned backwards. Have you noticed that? 10 does it in Stunner. Surugi does it in Baby Not Baby. She swings her arm.
Oh
And
yeah.
Yeji does it here too. They all I don't know what's going on in
Huh.
K-pop
Is
choreography.
that a
I
thing?
guess so. The
Is that
whole
a thing?
weird zombie lean is working. I don't hate it. But I just remember all three of
Yeah.
them having it. Is the dancing good for Yeji? No doubt. She is the dancer of
Mm,
ITZY. I will
yes.
say her precision is undeniable, and her presence has definitely grown so much since debut. Much like what I said with the other two, she definitely owns the stage. While performing, she doesn't actually sing the breathy parts, but comes in during some of the verse and then the pre-hook. At first, I
Right.
wasn't much like a fan of that lack of singing, but she is such a strong performer that I looked past it and then realized I appreciated the choices that were made in terms of which part she's singing in. Because then I'm like, oh, all right, okay, I can hear her here. This makes sense. This makes so much 'cause for her to sit there and try to sing that breathy part in the beginning while she's dipping her body low and
Yeah.
extending her arm. No, talking about
Yeah.
oxygen. She would need it. She would need the oxygen that she's singing about. Um, I think her costuming was great. Obviously, it's all from the music video. Her music bank performance with the music video costumes with the silver top is my favorite. Her pigtails on NBC was impressive because how the heck are you dancing with all those pigtails? Um, I think overall the jerky movements of like, just her arm motions and then her finger tutting, that was impressive for sure. Like she
Mhm.
moves a lot, but then she also connects with the camera and she's also singing. So I think
Mhm.
overall it hers clicked a little bit more for me than the other two.
Mm.
So
Not you giving away your winner already.
I know, but at this
Um,
point.
yeah, no, I think precision is the kind of the perfect word actually for her because
Mhm.
you could just tell she is so well trained.
Yeah.
Like she finishes every movement to its fullest. She hit things super hard. You can tell she's super flexible with just how far she kind of leans into
Yeah.
things. And there are moments where she really just shows up her dancers,
Oh my god,
honestly. Like, she'll
yeah.
hit things harder than them. She'll extend further than them. Like, she has
Yeah.
more presence than all of them. It's very, very impressive.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it was staged really well. Like, I think it has a journey to it. It builds really well. I think it was very enjoyable as just a piece of choreography.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, look, her mic was on, like you said. I think, like, I do think that she made good choices there because I think she would have not sounded good if she tried to
Oof.
sing any
Everything,
more than
yeah.
she did. Just given just what the way the song even is. I mean, to sing breathily like that live is tough. And
Yeah.
if you're dancing like that, it's even tougher. So
Yes.
I'm glad they did not do that to her. Um, I one little nitpicky thing. I do wish
Mm.
they made a performance edit that didn't fade out at the end.
Oh,
That is
yeah.
always a pet peeve of mine. Whenever anyone performs with a fade out, like
Yeah.
Chantel, never perform with the
You
fade
know
out.
none of my songs
I
fade
will
out.
be mad.
You know none of
I
my
know they
songs fade
don't.
out.
But it is such a pet peeve of
Yeah.
mine. I feel like it feels unprofessional.
Mhm. It feels like
It feels lazy.
yeah, like, where's the blackout? There's no blackout. It's not a dance recital. Give me my button. Give me my button.
Even a dance recital, I want you to make an edit with a real ending.
Right, right.
Anyway, that's just a little nitpicky
That's
thing.
so
It doesn't
funny.
take much effort from the producer side to make an ending,
Yes, true,
for the performance edit.
true.
But no, I think she is such a good performer. I was so impressed watching her. And I think when we've reviewed other solo artists in the past, sometimes I
Mm,
often say that I'm distracted by the other
you
dancers.
did say
And
that.
in her case,
Yeah.
I am never distracted. I don't know. I couldn't recognize one face in
Yeah.
any of those. I was watching her the whole time because she is such a good performer.
Yeah.
So yeah, she wins for me too.
Joke's on you. I picked SEULGI.
Really?
No, I'm joking. Yeji wins.
Oh, I was like, you just lied earlier then. Yeah. Okay, so overall thoughts
Oof.
and winner.
Okay, so this one is tough because I like all these, like literally every single one of the artists
Me too. This was
are
a
my
tough round.
faves. Yeah, all of them are my favorite from their respective groups. Right? So
Mm,
it's like, oh man, the battle of the biases. What can I say? But again, it's gonna have to just go back to the overall like setup. And
yeah.
it's so difficult. It was so difficult. Um, dang. Oh my God. Oh no, now I'm rethinking my thoughts. Oh no. Okay. Anyway, like I said, the overall picture, the overall sound, the overall performance quality does matter to me. And I'm thinking about like what song is it that I want to keep repeating and what songs do I keep singing? Um, Surugi is a second for me, like a number two, very close second, but I'm going to give it to Yeji. Yeji's overall package, I feel like was just cohesive. Sonically, I like it. And then dance wise, I was just like, wow, she commands the stage. I want to see more. I wish it wasn't just one single, you know?
Yeah.
So, eh.
I have to give it to Yeji as well. And it's so interesting because out of the three groups that these
Oof.
three members come from,
Yeah.
ITZY's actually probably my least favorite
Right.
of
Right.
the
Okay.
three,
Okay.
but I can't deny how good this is.
Yeah. I know that
And
you said that.
consistent
Yeah.
across all three categories, like you
Yes.
said.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have to give it to her.
Ooh-wee.
Mm,
It's like
yeah.
gold. Yeji takes it. Yeji takes the gold medal, the
Hmm.
gold trophy for this. All right.
Yes.
Ooh, wow. Mitzi. Mitzi? Midzi. That's such a hard name to say, so awkward. All right, so Midzi, NC Tizens, and Reveloves. Y'all, listen. Let us know who wins for you. Don't be biased or do. Either way, keep it civil in those comments, okay? Don't forget, we are available on all platforms. And make sure to comment and DM us at CCTV Pops to tell us what wins the pop-off for you. Okay, guys, make sure you hit those follow and subscribe buttons because we really have some fun episodes coming up. I promise you, we are a good time, honey. Until next time, that's Chris.
That's Chantel.
And you were tuning in to CCTV, the Nonstop Pop Show.